Hey guys, hope everyone's doing really well today or tonight. I want to make a quick video on my learnings from 30 days of creating content. So, this has been a really cool experiment for me so far. It's been 30 consistent days of creating content, so that's a split between shorts and YouTube videos. So, it's been really fun, and I initially set this out in on December 28th of 2024. So, and I was just like, you know what, let's see what happens. And we'll stick to 30 days consistently and see what I find, some learnings or lessons, and also will I keep going? So, let's get straight into it. So, as a progress update, so it's been consistently 30 days of long form content. So, and that means one release daily, excluding shorts, which is where I'm currently getting a lot of traction. So, I've been recording long form videos, so normally at least 10 minutes long, and I've been uploading them every single day. Now, I bulk record these long form videos like I'm doing now. So I'm not recording every single day, but I'm recording say around 5 to 6 per day. Not every day, but every couple of days, and then I'm able to upload those or schedule those over time. So that's been really helpful for me. And look, the content's been a little bit all over the place. It's more of a brain dump. That's what the series is called, where I just kind of just talk about things that I'm interested in. So, and look, the videos haven't gotten the you know, massive amount of traction, but for me, it was more a principle. See if I can do it, and what is able to come of it. So and I've been putting in too much effort in terms of editing and whatnot. So it's been quite sustainable. Now, I started a couple days into shorts content, and that's been really impactful, much more in terms of likes and views and subscribers than with long form. So I'm recording this on the 11th of January. So you'll see this in a couple of weeks. But as of now, I have about I'm trading towards 50 subscribers, which is really great. This is probably give or take a couple of weeks worth of posting, so I'm quite happy with that. Now, as I mentioned, because it is a brain dump, I'm still trying to find my preferred niche. But I'm just experimenting right now with what I currently consume or what I'm personally interested in. So it's been great. It hasn't really felt like work. So I'm quite happy with that. A big thing for me was that I wasn't able to pick a niche before starting. So I just said, let me just try everything and then see what I can actually potentially do long term. Now, like I mentioned earlier, shorts have done fantastic for me. I've learnt a lot with shorts. I've learnt, in terms of how to best record them, how to hook people, how to keep it interesting, how to talk better to the camera. So it's been personally, it's been massively helpful for me. And in terms of actually, I guess distributing the content, I feel like they're more personal, engaging, and they require less time. Which obviously, in a marketplace where people are posting, um, you know, many hours of content every second onto YouTube and TikTok and YouTube, I think that's kind of potentially the best way to build an audience starting off. Now, I will say I do have a TikTok which I've since retired with a few thousand followers, and I did a similar approach as well. So this was a couple of years ago, but now I'm looking to do it on YouTube and potentially build something a little bigger and a little bit more long term, and with the ability to upload long form content. And yeah, like I mentioned, I've been able to bulk most of the content into a couple sittings, because it is tricky to genuinely record daily. Like a daily vlog just wouldn't be sustainable for me, especially with having a job and other responsibilities in my life. Now, analyzing my content kind of ranges from fitness to health, money, self improvement, travel, real estate, and more. So it's a little bit all over the place, but I think the general trend is things that will improve your life, things that are really high quality as well, I will say. And if that doesn't really make much sense, just think of it like things that will improve the quality of your life. and I mean anything new that could come into that. For example, it could be golf, it could be a new type of investment, it could be a new hobby, whatever it is. If it improves you or if it makes you a better person, then I'm probably going to be interested in it. Um, and yeah, like I mentioned before, because I'm actually personally interested in a lot of these things and I personally consume a lot of this content myself, it means that it hasn't really felt like work so much. And it's more almost like I'm deepening my learnings, which is absolutely fantastic. I feel like this is a really good position to be in. Um, I'm able to create content, learn more in the process, and then distribute that and then potentially share this with a bigger audience. And they can obviously subscribe or invest into what I'm learning, and then I can keep pushing out that content. Long form hasn't required any editing. I'll say, a big amount of editing. It hasn't required much. Um, it's been more boring and educational in a sense. And look, I'm not surprised that my long form videos haven't really gained that much traction because they are very educational and just a talking channel really. So if I did a little bit more work, I'd probably be able to gain more traction. I'm not even editing thumbnails or anything, so it's more of an experiment for me, more if it's even sustainable because things like thumbnails or things like editing could get in the way, and if that stops me from posting, then it's probably not worth going down that route anyway. Now, in terms of overall feedback, there hasn't really been too much in terms of um, you know even shorts. There hasn't really been too many comments from my audience. I'm still trying to find, I think, that audience that resonates with me or that vibes with me the best. I've gotten some comments on my shorts, but nothing long term. So yeah, so there hasn't been too much feedback as of this stage, but that's okay. I'm only about 2 weeks in, so even though you'll see this in a couple weeks time. But yeah, and I mean, there hasn't really been any transfers from shorts to long form as of yet either. They kind of, I've kind of created them independent. I haven't, yeah, really, an opportunity hasn't arisen through shorts that I've converted to long form or vice versa. They've kind of just been independent on the same channel, working at their own pace. But shorts is way outpaced long form for sure. Now, to summarize, I wanted to share my learnings with you guys. So, it's been really great to get comfortable being uncomfortable and learning how to speak and record content. So, for example, I've been able to go into public spaces and record on my phone. I think my voice has also increased. It's increased in volume, but it's also increased in how long I can talk for without breaking. There are some little things as well, like me saying a lot and sometimes losing track of thought. That is still a thing, but I think I'm slowly improving and getting better and better, which is fantastic. And something that I don't think I would have been able to do without starting this experiment. Now, I've also learned that consistency is super, super, super key, more than anything else. So my content might not be that interesting or fun or engaging, but the fact that I'm consistent means that YouTube is willing to push my content over time. Um, I've been every single day posting, and I've reaped the rewards, especially for shorts. So really happy with that. Now, if it means that, like me, you need to schedule, say, 10 go, I think that's a much better way to do it. I also think it's better to post every day one piece of content versus 10 on one day. So definitely use the scheduling tool. I found that really great. It's a really cool thing as well when you wake up in the morning and you've posted a video but you haven't done anything, and that video is getting traction. So it's a really great feeling. Now, I've also learned that YouTube works really hard to connect your content to your audience or those that will vibe with you the best. So, let the algorithm do its thing. It's going to test a lot of different things. It's going to test different geographies, different age ranges, genders, everything. So, and for me especially, where I haven't had a specific niche, it's been very experimental in terms of finding my audience. It's been I'm assuming it's been an effort for YouTube because I still haven't really found a set audience. and they're very much testing still to this day. I don't have a set group of subscribers, but yeah, it's only been 2 weeks, but still, I haven't really been able to establish an audience of sorts or a community. So keep that in mind. It might be different if you're say starting from health or wellness and you stick with that for 2 weeks. It might be a little bit different for you. And finally, here as well, I would focus on high quality content that comes easy to you or that you enjoy speaking about. For me personally, um, this is content that I'm already consuming myself. Like I mentioned, um, I think if you can, create it in a medium that is really easy for you. Some people prefer to vlog. Some people prefer to create cinematic masterpieces because they really enjoy doing that. I've even tried things like writing on Medium, for example, or writing on Twitter. Now, that didn't work as well for me as, say, video. And I think it's because I'm not able to kind of convey my personality over text as well as I can video. So I've been able to get a little bit more traction over video. So, you know, find produce content on platforms that work well for you and on things that you really enjoy talking about. Make sure it's easy. Make sure you don't feel like you have to do anything, and it's more you get to do this thing. You get to share with people, and on that point as well, I think being able to create high quality content. Now, quality depends, right? Quality can be in education, or it could also be in entertainment. So Mr. Beast, he might produce high quality videos in entertainment, whereas a lot of my content is educational and helpful for those that are just wanting someone to talk to them for 10 minutes and learn about subject. Normally from start to finish, but I mean, it just depends on the content. I might niche down a little bit in some areas, like investing. But yeah, so anyway, it's been a great 30 days or 2 weeks ish so far, but it will be a great 30 days, I'm sure. And I've learned a lot. And if you haven't considered creating content, you definitely should because really have nothing to lose. If you do it like I've done it, where you bulk schedule, it doesn't take a lot of time either. And I used to think people care, but really no one cares. Um, just don't maybe don't say anything initially if you're not comfortable. But over time, people end up finding you, and by that point, you're likely to have grown quite a bit anyway. So there's nothing to be ashamed of. And a lot of people really look up to those who create content because they're afraid to do so themselves. So yeah, hope you guys have found some value in this video. And if you have any questions, let me know down below. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.